Hey guys, this is Ocean. This is going to be my first impression of a newly acquired deck that I decided to get myself for my birthday, which was not now, so don't worry. And this is the pocket edition for the Lost Lost Hollow. Clearly I cannot speak right now. Deck. There's gonna be a flip through, obviously, and I try only to show a few of my favorites one, because I don't want to sit here forever. It has a lovely linen. I think it's linen, like not just finished but actual linen cardstock. It slides so nicely, like, oh god, I love doing this one, which is one of the things that I like doing with decks, and this one is good for it. So I wanted the first edition for a long time, which had borders. And when the creator asked on Instagram, like, what do people want, borderless or border? Then I was like, oh yeah, all hail borderless. And then as soon as the borderless came out, I was like, oh, but you know what? I like the border more. Like, I know, I'm being ridiculous, but so if I could get my hands on the first edition with the white, creamy, not even white, it's more of a creamy color, which I can actually show. I mean, kinda, because there were two extra, I don't even know how to call them, like artist cards, or like, I don't know. Yeah, these are artist cards. Let's say that included with the order, and this is how, pretty much how like the original looked. And now I'm like, why didn't like the borders now? So I kind of enjoy the lightness, or yeah, the not whiteness, but the lighter appearance of the deck with these borders on, because it without them the deck became a much darker one, which I obviously I didn't think about it when I was just going all, yeah, borderless. It's more red, it's more black and less white or cream, or I don't even know what's the official color of this deck is. So yeah, I would like to get my hands on a first edition at some point, but these are indie decks, so obviously, and that's out of print, so, and I'm not paying a ridiculous amount of money for anything these days, whatever, so it's okay. So it's okay if I never get it. I would just, putting it out there in the universe. But few of the favorite ones, and yes, it's a small one, so for my hand it's a great size, but I can totally see why the big version would be nice, because obviously you can see the details much nicer. But I think it's more on the, even it's either a mixture of RWS and Thoth and even Marseille, or just more on the Thothy side. There are extra cards for strength and justice, I guess. Was there extra justice? I can't remember. But you can switch the numberings as well. I don't really care. I read strength as 8 and justice as 11, so I don't care. But now I'm obviously not trusting myself in numbers. But that's always a nice thing to have different options. So a few of favorites. Six of Swords is success, but can you see that it's a person trying to get above water, and for that they need to not just let go of the swords but kind of cut themselves free, which I think it was a very cleverly done Six of Swords, because sometimes it feels like you're treading water. The Nine of Cups is interesting happiness, because it doesn't look happy at all. It just looks empty, and do you have everything you want? Or it's a happy demon, it could be. The King of Wands, I really like the swag. Like, you can see the swag. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but you can see it. The Prince of Wands, because we have the princes and princesses in this deck. I just like the facial expression. I don't, I don't like people smoking, but this prince is like, you know what, I don't care. I'm just, getting on my way, and if you're in my way, I'm just gonna roll over your face. So yeah, that's I don't know the English word for it, what I try to say, but it's that I can be bothered attitude. The Four of Wands, I just love dancing skeletons. I think it's fun. The Two of Wands is a very interesting one with influence. I don't read the Two of Wands as anything but like influence, but I don't think the keywords actually like annoying because of the way they are written. If you want to, you can just ignore them. Oh, this strength was one of the reasons why I really wanted this deck. I love everything about this. The magicianness of it, the lion in the water, which is it there? Or, it's coming out, or, it's obviously the reflection, but, because of the pose and the magician feeling that it gives me, it kind of feel like it's a ritual and we're, pulling out things from the water. Lovers is a very interesting one. Like broken mirrors, and of course there are different type of couples in those fragments of mirrors, but interesting that there are 6 swords, like breaking the mirror, which I find very interesting. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and I like this card because of the bunny, and I don't know if I can show it close enough, but that is the cutest bunny ever. And I know that Anya from Buffy would disagree, but that is the cutest bunny ever. And I know that, it's a very powerful queen and everything like that, but that bunny, I just fell in love with this bunny, and I think that bunny is gonna be the one that I'm gonna go over every time I pull this card. So it's gonna be fun, especially because I associate the Queen of Pentacles with the divine. So the divine is giving me bunnies. So as you can imagine, this deck shuffles greatly. Like, honestly, it's such a cool and everything like that. Ten of Swords, Ruin. Yeah, no, don't give me something like that. It's a great experience to use this deck. I mean, obviously I haven't really used it. Just what I mean by is the tactile experience. But you know what? Let's pull one card. Let's see what the message is. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. I like that. We're gonna be having fun, and it's gonna be a long-term relationship with this deck. Isn't that wonderful? The guidebook. There's no guidebook in the deck itself, but there is a guidebook separately, which I need to find. Which is also posted online. So if you don't want to, use the little black, white, whatever, no red, so I can't say that. Guidebook, you can find it online. It's available for free. So if you want to check out what the deck is all about before buying, then you can check it out as well, which I think is a good idea. I mean, I made that available for my decks as well, because people need to know what they're getting. And there are, like a description that I didn't know about the cards. For example, the Tower, Lord of the Hosts of the Mighty, and Mars. Well-defined themes are, like the more positive way of reading the card, and ill-defined themes are the reverse, I guess. And these are things that I need to get and do some learning about, because I don't know if these are things that the creator came up with, because they kind of write these books as stories, or if these are existing things. I have absolutely no idea, so I have to check. Hollow Pips, Holocord, that sounds just like a book title. So yeah, there are, you know, good keywords. I mean, enough keywords for every card that you can start using this deck, even if you never knew anything about tarot. Yes. Oh, okay. So it's an RWS Thoth Golden Dawn. Okay. I mean, not Thoth exactly because Crawley Harris, but you know, Crawley is Thoth. So it's cool. It's cool. I like when, you know, systems are mixed. So yeah, I think we're gonna get along fine. The deck says so. Even though I don't personify my deck, so I don't know what that means. The energy that is trying to speak through this deck is okaying my me being using the deck. Yeah, I know, that sounds crazy, but hey, who cares? So yeah, this is my new one of the birthday decks, because I didn't just buy one, but this was the indie deck for my birthday, I guess. Let's say that. And I'm not gonna think about all the rest that I just bought. But yeah, hope this is useful in some way. Hope you like this deck. If you have it, please do let me know. I know a few people who have it, and they know that I wanted this deck for a while now because I kept telling them. But if this was useful in some way, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I will post a 6 months in or some other, you know, type of form of deck review in the future when I have time to actually work with this deck, so you will hear about my actual experience as well. But yeah, for now this is all, and thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely day. Bye.